Who says you can only celebrate Christmas in December? Add July 25th to your calendar. Today, Nixon Norman went out to one of these celebrations, and for sure, the spirit of Christmas was in the air. Let's take a look.
Talk to me about this event today. What are you guys celebrating?
We're celebrating July 25th, Christmas in July and everything.
305 8th Street, a local nonprofit that serves and houses adults with disabilities, hosted their annual Christmas in July celebration. WZDX caught up with some of the residents to see just what their favorite part of today was.
I was getting out of the house and come swimming and starts raining this morning. And well, we're around friends and stuff like that and everything.
My favorite part? It's hard to pick a favorite part, but probably the dancing.
And dancing, they did. This party was fully equipped with a DJ, photo booth, food, and a lot of fun. And speaking of food, the traditional Christmas ham was ditched for a more barbecue-esque cuisine, including
hot dogs, hamburgers, and baked beans and chips and all that kind of stuff.
And some cookies that were life-changing.
Someone made homemade oatmeal cookies, and they have been they have touched my soul this morning. So.
Even Santa made an appearance, without his reindeers, of course, especially in this heat.
Santa Claus has come here to tell some stories.
This group has been celebrating Christmas in the summer for years now.
Yes, it started in 2013.
And all for good reasons. This event started out of necessity, but has now become a Christmas and summer tradition.
So Christmas in July started in 2013 out of necessity, and it has just grown into a party, and it involves a pool and opening presents, and we can't change it now. We have to keep on with the tradition.
Celebrating Christmas a little bit early. Nixon Norman, WZDX News.